So here's the house building screen. And I'm not exactly sure what our housing is going to look like, but let's start off with a similar foundation to what we started with for our city hall. So let's keep it small, because it's a house. The scale is going to be quite different. As you can see, the door is much larger, which implies this is much smaller. And let's think about this. How would my people live in a house? Let's have a barred off section up higher and convert that into like a greenhouse area. Sink that into the ground. Make some fox plants. Come on, snap to center. There we go. Now let's paint it. I find this texture usually works well for leaves. And let's use it for the grass as well. Now let's select a brown color for the sides to make it look like dirt. Good enough to me. And now let us find a wooden texture for the bark. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Looks good to me. Looks like a orangish nice wood color. Let's do the door while we're at it. And find the masonry. There we go. Looks good. Now, where is that other texture I used for the top of it? It was you, right? Doesn't look very good. Neither does that. Let's actually think about this. Since this is a house, it wouldn't need the kind of structural reinforcement the city hall would need, since it's not as large. So let's have wood up there, and masonry, which is rougher, down here. I like the way that looks. And let's actually have wood on the support beams as well. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Let's go back to some sort of metal for this. Let's pick a darker hue for the bars. There we go, I like it. And let's actually adjust the scale, because if that's a tree, this door is way too large. Okay, so raise it up, rotate it. Get one of these, shrink it down a lot. Rotate it. Move it forward a bit. Just a bit. Good. Do the door on that. Come on. Cooperate with me here. And looks good. Now, let's see if we can't shrink in a picnic table. Perfect. It's good to scale, too. Okay, so we have this. Now, let's add some windows. I don't like those pre-built windows, so let's just make our own. I'm thinking a large window along the length of the front of the building. Let's get that color. Oop, overshot. I used like a color like that. There we go. Let's have several. Oh, you ended up over there, okay. Make you wider, taller, but inset a little bit more. Let's make you a frame for the window. Okay, so the window needs to jet out more. This needs to jet out slightly more as well. Then retract the window in. Really wish I could zoom in more. Oh yeah, So let's have... this. Oop, wrong button. Sunken in like that. Looks good to me. Maybe we should move this forward a bit. If we can get it to cooperate. Nah, let's leave it as it was. And now, a roof for this part of it. I'm thinking a roof like this, sunken in and recolored to look like a window. Perfect. Duplicate. Move. Shrink. Line it up. Bring it down. Recolor with this frame. Duplicate that. How's that line up? Pretty well. And finally, let's see if we can't get a thin part for... That's too thick. maybe we could use this. Shrunken. What happens when we rotate it inwards like this? Oh. No. We can't make this float, can we? Oh, yes, we can. Perfect. Inset like that. Shrink that a little. Shrink that a little. Recolor. Put another one of those supports right there. Looking nice. Pretty happy with how this turned out. Name it. Generic name. And we're done here.